This is TWiT.
I am here with Javad and Katie from Noon Home, and we're going to install the Noon smart lighting. So tell me, what do we have here?
Here we have the smart lighting kit, and so this is the starter kit. Over here you actually have separate individual switches. And so in the kit, what you get here is you get our room director, which coordinates the lighting with the extension switches. And inside you also get a few different options for wall plates. And then the actual bases, which will actually connect to the wiring in your home. We also provide you with the wall screws that you need, and we also provide the wire nuts.
So what I don't see here is any light bulbs.
No, you got those.
I have my existing light bulbs, which is really why I was excited about this product, because when I first moved into this house, one of my smart home expert friends said, that's going to cost so much money to replace all those smart bulbs. And I thought, that's true. But I don't have to replace any of my bulbs here.
Correct.
You got your toolbox, let's get started.
Awesome. Okay, so we had completed cutting off the breakers, removing the old switches. We installed the new switches and the wall plate. And then we've installed all of the switches and turned them on. And then we went ahead and paired the room director first, and then all of the extensions to that room director.
It was really easy. Just pressed them and waited, and now I have everything added to my phone. So it's asking me if any of these switches are on a multi-way circuit.
Okay, so we had this one here, and that was with the one over here. Now they are communicating together and they understand that they're part of one light. So now that we've paired everything and grouped the ones that are part of a multi-way, we're now going to do bulb discovery. Basically discover what types of lights they are, so they can then set up scenes afterwards.
How does the technology work? How does it know this?
As it's running this bulb discovery, and you saw it turn the lights on and off, it's taking a look at the curves on the lines, and it can tell there's a difference in the curves depending on what type of bulb you have and what type of fixture you have. It affects that curve.
So here's what it discovered. The incandescent, halogen, non-dimmable, and dimmable LED.
So it's saying that of the 7 lines that you have a mix of those things.
Okay, select an area that best matches the pulsing light. So would I call it a kitchen area or a dining area? Because it's kind of both.
That's up to you.
Okay, I'll say kitchen. Okay, select the fixture type.
What it's trying to get at here is it's just trying to understand the different types of lights they are so they can help set up the scene. So this is a part of that lighting design.
I would say pendants.
Yep.
So we call these recessed.
Yep. And really at this point you're done.
Okay.
It's created those auto-generated scenes for you, from bright of all of them, everyday light. You can see that it's all happening around you, right? And relax would be like your ultra dim. It'll also turn off some of the non-dimmable ones. So for instance, you'll see the CFLs that aren't dimmable. Mm-hmm. So it turns out they weren't dimmable. You'll just cut them off and it'll put everything else at the low light. And then you can also do your individual control here. So you just have them all kind of laid out, and you can turn them on and off if you wanted to do just specific things. If you're sitting on the couch and you wanted to adjust something, you can have that adjust. And then you can do a few other things here. You can set up your Alexa. You can do things that have to do with whole home control. So that includes the vacation mode, which will mimic your patterns when you're away.
So it knows, it doesn't just automatically turn on at 5 o'clock like everybody else.
Correct. We can actually see your patterns, so we know when the lights have been coming on and off. In general, if you come home at 5:15, 5:30, it'll come on at 5:12, 5 whatever, right? That's just an example. And then nightlight. So nightlight will actually work with the proximity sensor that's in the room director. And so let's say an example would be you come downstairs to grab a drink of water at like 2 a.m. As you're walking down the stairs, this would see you, and it'll then, without you having to find the switches or click anything on, it'll turn the lights on to a really low dim level, so you're not getting blinded, and then it'll actually then, after a few minutes, time out by itself and just turn the lights off too. So you don't on your way back up, you don't even have to worry about the switch. They'll just do it for you. So the same things you were doing in the app, a lot of them you can actually do from here as well. So you put the relaxed scene on. I can swipe to that everyday scene, the bright scene. I can take it to that kitchen area scene. So I can do that here as well. And then by clicking, I can actually also do the all on off. So they've turned them all off, and you'll see that it's grayed out now. And then I'll turn it back on. It'll go back to that scene that you had previously just by clicking. And then of course you can also, for each individual extension switch, you can also go ahead and control those lights themselves, and you can also dim them.
So I don't need my phone to turn my lights on and off.
Correct.
And it is connected to Wi-Fi, but if my Wi-Fi goes out or, for whatever reason, I can just still work as lights.
They'll still communicate to each other and work, yes.
Awesome. So why would someone get the Noon system instead of like a smart light bulb or just a plain smart switch?
Yeah, so we really put a lot of thought into how we wanted to make this product, and lighting is so complex. Like if you've ever gone to a hardware store, just done a simple run to try to get a light bulb, you're standing in like aisles and aisles of lights and trying to figure out which looms matches with what light. So we wanted to eliminate all that complexity and put it in the switch. So it automatically, as you saw, detects your bulbs and fixtures and works with your existing bulbs and fixtures. So it removes all of that work of changing out the light bulb and having to manually figure out, which bulb you would want. And it just automatically detects it, and then it layers the lights. We have a lighting designer built in. So we want to create the perfect scene for you for eating. So we're going to move the light, over to your dining area and maybe dim in other areas. So there's some unique features to us.
So I have never changed a switch. Apparently a lot of people can do this. I know people who are watching can do this. There were a lot of wires and you guys did most of the work. So who's the right person that can just install this themselves?
Yeah, we've actually found there's a really high number of people that have switched out a light switch themselves. We actually did some studies and found that 70% of people have changed out a light switch, which is really crazy high. But we wanted to offer a ton of different options. So it's obviously DIY-able, and on our support section of our website, we have this awesome guided installation that can really help take you through step by step of how to DIY it yourself. But if you, are uncomfortable with wiring, then we do have a nationwide network of installers that can come out and install it for you, and any electrician can also install it as well.
So we almost maxed out your system with 10 switches, but we have 7. So 10 is the most that you can do.
You can do, for every one room director switch, you can have 10 extension switches. So you can have as many room director switches as you want in your house, but you can only connect 10 for each room director. So basically, since we are able to control this open space with the 10 switches, and then if you wanted to go put something in your master bedroom, for instance, you could have one room director in there with a number of up to 10 extension switches throughout your master bathroom or your bedroom as well.
Now I need to ask the big question, how much does it cost?
Yes. This is our starter kit. So it comes with one room director and 2 extension switches. It's $399.99, and you can also buy these separately. So our room director is $199.99 and our extension switches are $99.99. We're really excited. We've been out of stealth now for about 2 weeks. So now that we're out of stealth, we can start talking to a number of people and partnerships, and I think sky's the limit for us. And we're really focused on lighting right now and super excited to see what else we can bring.